Okay, guys. Unit 5 review. All right, so simplifying radicals. Most of you guys are getting pretty good at this, so I'm going to break up 180 into, let's see, I'll do 5 times 36. I'm going to split my x's, and I don't have to do anything with my y's. So remember, this is square root. Square root of 36 is 6. Square root of x squared, I'm dividing. 2 divided by 2 is x. Y to the 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. And on the inside is a 5x. Number 2. Let's see, I'm doing cube root now, so I'm going to split this up into 2 times 64. A3, A2, B6, and B1. So I can take the cube root of 64 is 4. Cube root of a to the third, divide. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. So left on the inside is 2a squared, b. Number 3. 4th root of 81 is just 3, so that's nicely done for us. I'm going to split this x up into x4 and x3. The y does not have to be split up. And the z, let's see, we'll do z8 and z3. So x comes out, y3 comes out, z2 comes out, and on the inside we still have x3 and z3. Number 4, distribute. So 3 square root 98 minus square root 147. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to split this up into 2 times 49 and this up into, let's see, 3 times 49. Square root of 49 is 7, and I multiply, so 21 square root 2 minus 7 square root 3, and I can't do anything with that, so just leave it. Number 5, multiply outside the radical and inside the radical, and then simplify. So that is 3 times 16, which would be 84 square root 3. Number 6, FOIL. 24 plus 6 square root 3. And some of you guys on this one, I saw you mess up here. This is a minus times a plus, so it's minus square root 9. On the foiling one, it seems like some of you are making small errors. Okay, this becomes negative 3. So 24 minus 3 is 21. I can combine these, plus 2 square root 3. Number 7, same thing. Let's multiply. FOIL. 40 minus 10 square root 3 plus 8 square root 3 minus 2 square root 9. So this turns into negative 2 times 3, which is negative 6. So 40 minus 6, 34 minus 2 square root 3. Number 8, multiply by the conjugate, which would be 8 minus square root 2. Distribute on the top, so 48 minus 6 square root 2. On the bottom, you can do the shortcut. 64 minus square root 4, which would be 48 minus 6 square root 2 over, this becomes 2, so 62. And everything can be reduced by a 2. So 24 minus 3 square root 2 over 31. Number 9, multiply by the conjugate, square root 3 plus 7 over square root 3 plus 7. Distribute on the top, so 10 square root 3, ooh, that's an ugly 3, plus 70 over 3 minus 7. So 10 square root 3 plus 70 over negative 4. I did something wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me fix that. Negative 7 times 7 is 49. Try again. Which would be negative 46. Now everything can be reduced by 2. 5, 35, and what is that? Negative 23. So 5 square root 3 plus 35 over negative 23. Number 10. multiply by the conjugate. So square root 7 plus 3 over square root 7 plus 3. So on the top you have to FOIL. So that's going to be 7 plus 3 square root 7 plus 1 square root 7 plus 3 over 7 minus 9, which is going to be 10 plus 4 square root 7 over negative 2. And everything is divisible by 2, which would be 5 minus 2 square root 7 over negative 1. Or you could go ahead and simplify that to be negative 5 plus 2 square root 7. Either one of those is fine. Okay, number 11. Solve. So let's get the square root by itself. So I'm going to subtract the 8 over, which gives me 6. Square both sides. So 2x plus 10 equals 36. So 2x equals 26, and x equals 13. And let's double check that. This would be 8 plus, that's 26 plus 10 is 36, which is 8 plus 6, which is 14. So that works. Number 12, the square root is already by itself. Oh, but wait, I can't have a square root equal negative. So I already know that this is going to be no solution. A square root cannot equal a negative. Now, if you didn't know that, you can still work it out. Once you work it out, you would get x equals 22. And when you check your answer, you would realize that it's no solution. Number 13, divide by negative 3. So cube root of 7y plus 4 equals positive 2. I want to get rid of the radical, so I'm going to cube both sides. So 7y plus 4 equals 8. 7y equals 4. Y equals, of course, a lovely fraction. And let's check that. Let's see, negative 3 cube root. If I put 4 over 7 in here, that cancels. 4 plus 4 is 8. Square root of 8 is, cube root of 8 is 2. And 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, so that works. Number 14. I have a radical on both sides, so I'm going to square both sides. I'm going to do the shortcut on this side. So square the first gives me x. Put the 2 together and double it to get the middle, and then square the second. Or you can write it out twice and FOIL it. That equals x plus 32. If I subtract the x over, that cancels. 8 square root x, I'm going to subtract the 16 over, equals 16. Divide by 8. Square both sides. So x equals 4. Let's check that. This would be square root of 4 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. And over here, 4 plus 32 is square root 36, which equals 6. So that works. Number 15. Let's square both sides. 3a plus 12 equals 9. 3a equals negative 3. Divide equals negative 1. If I plug that back in, 3 times negative 1 plus 12, that gives me square root 9, which equals 3. So that works. Number 16, 3x squared equals negative 6. Divide gives me negative 2. Square root. X equals, here's where we put plus or minus I square root 2. Number 17, subtract over 72 gives me negative 60. Divide by 3 gives me negative 20. Square root. X equals plus or minus I, I'm going to put the 2 in front, 2I square root 5. Number 18, same thing as your equations, we just have our restrictions in the end. So square both sides, x minus 3 less than or equal to 16, x is less than or equal to 19, and then I need to check my restrictions. X minus 3 greater than or equal to 0, so x is greater than or equal to 3. So on my number line, here's 19, here's 3. So my answer is 3 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 19. Okay, number 19, square both sides. 8x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 49. Subtract 1. X is greater than or equal to 6. Check your restrictions. 8x plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Oops. X is greater than or equal to negative 1 over 8. So here's 6. Here's negative 1/8. Doesn't affect it at all. So just x is greater than or equal to 6. Number 20. Square both sides. 2x plus 3 less than or equal to 36. 2x is less than or equal to 33. X is less than or equal to 33 over 2. Check our restrictions. 2x plus 3 greater than or equal to 0. X is greater than or equal to negative 3 over 2. So going this way, going this way. So negative 3 over 2 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 33 over 2. That's ugly. Okay, 21. Always take your I out first. So this is going to be I square root of 81 is 9. Divide x4. This becomes 7i square root 20 minus 3i square root 125. So this becomes 14i square root 5 minus 15i square root 5, which is negative I square root 5. Number 23, I'm going to go ahead and simplify that since I can. So that would be 9 times 2, so bring that 3 out. So 9 root 2 times I root 8, which would be 9i root 16. Square root of 16 is 4, so 36i. Whew, moving right along. Number 24. Just combine like terms. So 4 plus 3, 7, negative 2i minus 3i. Oops, is not negative 3i. Is negative 5i. Number 25. Multiply 2 minus I over 2 minus I. So distribute on the top, negative 10 plus 5i. On the bottom, 4 minus I squared. That turns into plus 1, so 5. Everything's divisible by 5, so negative 2 plus I. Number 26, multiply by 7 plus 4i over 7 plus 4i. So on the top, we FOIL 28 plus 16i plus 21i plus 12i squared over 49 minus 16i squared. So that changes to plus 16, and that changes to minus 12. So on the top we get 28 minus 12, which is 16, plus 37i over 65. And I can't take anything out, so that's my ugly answer. Number 27. Cube root of 8 squared, cube root of 27 squared. Cube root of 8 is 2, 2 squared is 4. Cube root of 27 is 3, 3 squared is 9. This one we need to flip first. And then I'm going to take the square root, 64 to the third. Square root of 64 is 8. 8 to the third is, a big number, 512. 29. A lot of you still miss these on the quiz. Change this to radical form, so x over. So I need one more, so I'm going to multiply by just 1y, fifth root of 1y. So I get x fifth root y over, on the bottom here, this becomes fifth root y 5. So when I divide, I just get y. Number 30, similar situation. So change this to 18, fourth root of 3 to the third. So I need one more 3. So on top, I get 18, fourth root 3. And on bottom, this became 3 to the 4, so that cancels, so I get 3. And I reduce that to 6, fourth root 3. 31, I can add these if I have common denominators. So let's make them both 20. So that's 25. That's 6, so that becomes 31 over 20, which would be 20th root of x to the 31. And I can split that up. So this becomes what? X20 and X11. So this one can come out. And that one stays in. 32, they all have the same denominator, so I can go ahead and do the root. So I get 12, C7, D9. So this is going to be C4 and C3, and this is going to be D8 and D1. So I get C D squared, fourth root of 12 C3 D1. Number 33. A 3 over 4, B 4 over 5. I'm going to switch this so I can see. Okay, so I'm going to subtract this. So I have, I'm going to change this to be 4, 2. So that's going to be A to the 1/4, B to the 2/5. Common denominator is what, 20? So 520 times 4, so 8. So that becomes 20 A5 B8. And that's it.